Hello Geek Planeteers, it's Matt here, and welcome to another unboxing video, this time of one of the few collector's editions I've managed to grab from my video game collection over the years. This video is in place of an episode of Tangential Recreation, because Richard, being a rather serious business freelance journalist and ting, has a lot on this week, so we've not been able to record until next week. So I wanted to make sure you guys had something to watch, and this seemed like an interesting thing to do. So, what are we looking at? Yes, here I am with the Ashensy hands again. What are we looking at? We are looking at the Collector's Edition of Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2. This is something that popped up on a aggregate feed that I follow that sort of warns of incoming bargains and whatnot in the video game world. And this one came up a few months ago as games selling off stock, and this was 10 quid. And this is something that originally retailed at 100 quid. Now, I haven't had a chance to unbox it. As you see, it's a little bit dusty. I haven't had a chance to unbox it and look what it's inside, so this is sort of a first for me. I'm also not a massive Castlevania fan. I've only really fiddled with some of the earlier games. So I have no idea what's going to be inside this. I have no idea what £100 would have bought you as a Castlevania fan back in the day. So I thought it would be time to find out. So first and foremost, of course, the whole thing is in this collector's case that looks like a Belmont family tombstone or something. I'm aware that in... was it Symphony of the Night, the one with the really terrible voice acting? That, where Alucard, when his save point are coffins and things, so I don't know if that's a regular feature of the Castlevania universe. If you're a Castlevania fan, leave comments below, let me know what I'm getting hideously wrong. So, it looks quite nice and solid. It is just sort of moulded, pulped cardboard or whatever, but it looks quite nice. A little bit flimsy. It's coming apart at the edges a little bit, but let's open it up and see what we've got inside. So, there's quite a thick lid. So, there's a close-up for anyone interested of the Belmont crest on the front. So let's pop that aside. Okay, so what's this? We have a book with the Belmont crest on. Oh, something else there. I think that's just a divider. Right, let's have a look at the Belmont book. So, what is this? It is... Oh, it's an art book, I think. Or, taunting from Dracula. That's rather nice, that, actually. As art books go, and it's actually quite a big one. It's not a cheap and flimsy thing. There was an art book that came with the Mass Effect 3 Collector's Edition, for example, which was pretty good, but it was a very cut-down version of a commercial product and quite small. So it was a pretty thing, and I'm glad I own it, but you kind of felt cheated a little bit. So this is actually really nice. So let's just pop that to one side. If my voice wavers, by the way, it's only because I'm walking away from the microphone. Right, so let's take the divider up and see what we've got inside. Oh, that's come a little bit loose. So this... Oh... reaching in. Me trying to knock the camera, appears to be a steel book. Is the game inside? The game is inside. Okay. And there's some DLC, which I won't. I am not showing you the code, for it is my DLC. But that's what the inside looks like. There's the disc. If I pop that out so you can see the artwork inside the steel book. It's fairly pretty. So that's quite nice. Let's just pop these codes back in off camera. You cannot has them. So yes, actually, as steelbooks go, although no spine label, which kind of negates the point of the steelbook. Like, why would you have that on the shelf without a spine label, unless you're one of those people that sort of displays your steelbook on a little dongly thing and up on your bookshelf facing outwards. So is there anything else? Oh, yeah, there's another little tab. Ooh, what have we got? Figurines. Well, let's take a look at some of these. So, okay. So our first figurine, knowing nothing about Castlevania, I'm going to assume this is Jeff, God of Biscuits, there with his mighty custard cream claw, which he uses to fish custard creams out of mixed biscuit barrels with unerring certainty. And of course, he's got his magical auger of cookies there, which he uses to bore into the cookie mines and retrieve cookies for tea time. He's got a fantastic beard. Yeah. He looks like he's straining for a shit, actually. Or he's just a really disgruntled pirate. Yar, I shouldn't have eaten that curry. And he's got a hoodie, which is, very 1800s or whenever the Belmonts are supposed to be about. So, it's all right, actually. I mean, the painting's pretty good on it. I mean, it is just regular sort of slightly bendy plastic, but yeah, it looks pretty good. Let's pop him down there. What have we got here? Oh no! Let's try this one first, because the one in the middle is being a pain in the arse. Okay, so what have we got here? Well, this is actually very interesting, and I wasn't aware that this was part of the Castlevania mythos. This is, of course, our Chancellor of the Exchequer, Mr. Gideon Osborne, here in his natural form as a demonic entity. As you can see, he's wearing the spiky armour of disgruntlement, and he's wielding the mighty staff of austerity, or possibly a sword. I'm going to go with sword. It looks like a curvy thing. The sword of austerity, which he uses to cut down the poor and the needy and anyone that he considers to be a peasant. And there he is wearing his trademark grin and his helmet of richness. So we'll pot him down. Yeah, it's all right as a sculpt, I guess. Okay, probably going to reach through, so we're going to bash the camera. Get this sucker out, or whatever it is. Come here, you bugger. Oh, look, I can grab you by the leg, whoever you are. Interesting. So, this is Malcolm McDowell. And, of course, he has been part of the Castlevania franchise for many years now, wandering about, singing in the rain, and asking people to vidi this well, and so forth. And here he is wearing his trademark Master cosplay from Doctor Who, with a purple tie, a little bit avant-garde there. Obviously, the McDowell version of the Master generally wears a red tie, but I don't know, maybe there was an issue at the paint factory, who knows. But yeah, there we go. So let's see if we can, there we go, and get a better look at him. His ugly mush. I mean, it's a bloke in a black suit. I have no idea who any of these people are. And that's it. That's there's nothing else in there. That's the collector's edition. So, we've got our figures. We've got our steelbook with game, mit game, and we've got our spiffy art book. That's covering up that we can't be covering up the steelbook. I really don't think that's worth £100, you know. I don't know about you. For £100, I mean, yes, the steelbook is quite nice. I've just noticed the logo's on the back there rather than the spine. Still equally useless. The art book is very nice, but, I mean, for £100, you could buy the standard version of the game, and I'm sure there's an official art book that's, 100 pages long or something like that. You could probably pick up for about 30. I mean, they're usually overpriced, but I mean, lots of £100. And also, this thing is stupidly unwieldy to keep on your shelf. I mean, how the hell are you supposed to display this entire thing? And the action figures, well, not action figures, they don't move, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you're a Castlevania fan, I'm sure that's exciting, but they are very flimsy plastic, to be honest. Quite a little bit squishy. Like, yeah. I mean, Game was selling this for £100 originally. I'm not sure what the RRP was. There's normally a markup on Game, but yeah. Even if you're a Castlevania fan, I'd say that was slightly disappointing for the money. But there you go. So there you go. That's the Lords of Shadow 2 Collector's Edition, and that's what £100 would buy you in Game.